What's Za's vitamin routine?
I think it's like a magnesium D3 vitamin or something like that. It helps with like brain cognition and shit. Also,
yeah. How's that brain cognition stuff working right now?
It actually works pretty well when I'm not stoned out of my mind.
Welcome back to Ethan's Day Off with Ethan Harrer. Today is this is Za here. This is Xavier. Who are you? Who is Za?
I'm. Well,
is that too abstract of a question?
No, I gotta think. Just give me a sec.
Okay.
Well, I've been working at ShirtCo for like 2 years now. And before that, before that, it was really just like 3 years and nothing.
Okay.
Like I just sat around, smoked pot.
Where were you sitting around?
I was sitting in my room. I was, in front of a fucking computer for like 3 years.
Where were you at? Like state-wise, like origins?
Oh, yeah, I was here in Alaska.
Oh, you were here in Alaska?
Yeah, I'm living here at home.
How long you been here?
Since I was like 7.
7?
Yeah.
And
I'm 23 right now.
23?
But born December 15th, so.
Okay, so you've been here for 16 years.
Yeah.
Been here for 16 years. So you're pretty much local at this point. Mm-hmm. You moved here at 7, but where were you before that?
Before here, it was California.
What part of California?
Modesto. It's right underneath Sacramento, I believe.
Okay.
Or right south.
Okay, cool. So do you have prior memories of California? You were conscious to some degree before you started coming through here.
Yeah, I remember all the way back to like kindergarten, at least.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure my sister shared the story of her getting trapped in a deflating bounce house.
Okay.
I remember that too. Like, the fucking thing went down, and my cousin ripped open the fucking side and ripped me out.
Okay. So it was like out of a movie.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It was intense.
Yeah.
How did the bounce house deflate? What happened there?
I don't really remember that, but I think my family says it was cut accidentally by a rock or something, or something like that, or a dog hit it.
Okay. But
it deflated.
Did you think you were gonna die?
No.
No.
If I heard like everyone screaming out there, I was just like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on?"
Yeah.
As I was just like sinking, and then the fear set in after I like got squished in it because it was just like rubber, like
it's heavy,
like especially on like a fucking 5-year-old. Yeah, it was like I could barely move. I was like, I don't know which way is out.
You can't bench press much at 5 years old.
No.
Yeah, you cannot bench press that out.
And then that's it. That's all I really remember of that.
So that's your first memory of California.
Oh no! That's just like one of the more prominent ones.
Okay, what other ones were in, what crazy stuff was Za going through in young Za going through in California, Modesto?
I think one of the earlier ones is being in my room watching just like old TV. Fucking it was the like diamond or jewelry selling commercial fucking channel.
Oh yeah, the infomercials.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's good. I think he's refilling it. This is an interesting way to start the episode here, but no, he's not refilling it. So we have
he's just chugging my water.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I gave Zahir water, and now Tex from episode 2 is chugging it. But we're over here. We got like 9-10 people over at a campfire. And I decided that it would be perfect time to interview Za, one of the mystical 7 wonders of the world, where I'm at, podcast-wise. And, it's a little unorthodox, but... and some of us here are a little bit tipsy or a little bit faded, but... Thank you, sir. Thank you for that refill of water.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what were the other Modesto... so the infomercials...
One second.
Yeah.
Ethan Texas just gave me a new glass with water.
Yeah. So that's good. I mean, at least he'll quid pro quo,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So even washed it out a little bit. Sip into the mic. Don't do that.
Was that good?
That was pretty good, actually. Yeah, it was good ASMR.
All right.
So, infomercials selling jewelry. We have a bunch of jewelry shops that are here in Juneau.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think we have so many jewelry shops near where we work?
I don't know. I guess it's just a high selling market for tourist locations.
There's so many locations. There's
I mean, there's also a lot of clothes shops in between. Like, they're mixed in with the diamond shops.
Yeah, I mean, people wear clothes, but, like, people don't get married that often.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of people who just like buying jewelry from places they want to remember and shit like that.
I guess so. It's just, like...
Also for, like, family members that wanted something special from the place.
Mhm.
So they get them a special, expensive, like, diamond or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, it's a whole dilemma. But for people at home, it's a weird situation where I'm working, we have 15 different, like, shops, all owned by different titles, by different labels, all of that. And it doesn't make sense why that's the prime market. But, anywho, what are your hobbies? You're an interesting person because I don't know what I can put a hobby to in terms of what you do in your free time.
Oh, I really don't do much. Pretty much just play video games, smoke weed,
Okay.
walk my dog.
Walk your dog?
Yeah.
What's your dog?
My dog's an Australian Shepherd.
Australian Shepherd, what's his name?
Ozzy.
Ozzy. Shout out Ozzy. This is sponsored by Ozzy the dog.
I'm pretty sure his full name is like Ozzy Rainbow something.
Ozzy
Rainbow Tucker. Yeah.
Okay. You have a birth certificate for him?
I think we do actually because he comes from a breeder.
Oh, yeah. No, I forget that people put very high priority on animals in this country. I'm not saying that like I'm complaining. It's just.
Oh no! We spoiled the shit.
We have, yeah. I don't get it. We have PetSmart. We have Pet Supplies Plus. We have all these other. We have Pet. I don't even know. We have so many places. That makes no sense to me.
You don't like looking at dogs?
The dogs are cool. Some people here at the house will criticize me because when they show me a picture of a dog or like a cat or whatever, I'm not like totally infatuated with the dog wagging its tail and running through a prairie or something like that. It's just like, okay, that's a cool dog.
Have you had a dog while growing up or anything?
Yeah, I did, not when I was like conscious. I had very limited memory. When like you become conscious at like 6, 7, 8, whatever it is,
yeah,
and you start gaining some sort of collective memory, like continuous memory,
knowing who you are. Yeah.
Right. Before that, it was Bugsy, which was in Colorado when I lived there for a couple years, and nice dog. Unfortunately, died of cancer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I
was talking about him at the bonfire that's outside about an hour ago, and I didn't say that part because I felt like that would just kill the whole vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, after that, I just didn't have a pet or anything like that, so I just I don't have that enamorment, if that's even a word, of pets.
No,
the same way other people do.
It getting raised with a dog is just like, it's like it grows with you. It's like just part of the family kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't have a dog, it's just lonelier in the house sometimes, or you like having dogs because they're just something to do, or take care of. But I like dogs because they fucking are adorable.
They are. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I don't go like, I'm not like in a trance or anything.
Yeah, you don't like always want one.
Yeah, because when a group of girls sees like a dog or something, they do the same exact thing. They make that high pitch, aww, and then they keep going up until their vocal cords shatter. I'm just not that. I'm not on that spectrum. I'm on the other side of the spectrum where I can admire it like a piece of art.
Well, that's why you avoid them and you just have your fucking. Cool,
I can't avoid women, man. I can't do that. I can't avoid women. This is my prime time.
Okay,
you ever seen Superbad? If they avoided women, that movie wouldn't have existed.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
I mean, but you don't need a dog for women. I mean, kind of do.
Are you saying I need a dog in order to get the women?
No. I'm saying you don't need
Actually, that's a really good idea, now that I think about it.
What kind of dog?
Australian lab mix.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, pretty nice. I think that would definitely...
That would look very nice. That's a handsome dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could walk around and it'll be my dog, and then all the people in Juneau or Tennessee or wherever I'm at, South Korea, I don't know. They'll be like, that's a cute dog. What's your name? You want to go to Island Pub and get a drink sometime?
Yeah, you can make your dog fucking YouTube famous.
You're right. Yeah. I could make it get on a skateboard or something.
You could like dress it up and shit.
I could.
That would earn you some, money.
That I could make money off of owning a dog.
It doesn't have to be a big dog.
I sound like a massive dickhead with the way this conversation has gone. I love dogs. I don't plan on profiting off of them.
I hope I didn't make it sound like that.
No, you made me mad, offended now. Now everybody's gonna listen to this and be like, this guy is so apathetic over dogs. No, but I mean, I don't know. I just didn't have that when I was younger. So
yeah,
kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I also really didn't have any like sister or anything like that too.
Were you only child?
No, not only child. I had a brother and a half brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it didn't have any sister or anything like that. So I mean that also impacts it too. So,
it does.
Yeah.
Especially only having one other sibling.
Mm-hmm. You only have one other one?
I only have my sister.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How did that go? How do you survive that situation? And that's the big sister, right?
Oh, yeah.
How do you survive that situation?
Well, I can't imagine it being harder than having two older brothers, right? Both older.
It's all relative, but knowing your sister, it's a toss up, man.
What the fuck? What? I asked if your brothers are older than you.
Oh no. Yeah, one of them is the half brother, but my main brother, my only like real 100% sibling, is younger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you there.
No. Okay, so you're like middle child.
Essentially.
Okay.
The older like half brother is in another state, lives with another family. So I'm essentially like the older one.
Like he has his own family?
Has his own family, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, different mom.
Oh.
Different mom. That's why it's a half brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
So your half brother's older brother.
My older, yeah, but he's not like in the immediate picture. Like I go back to Ohio, he's not there.
Oh, I know. I'm just
Yeah. I guess I confused it because he's like.
But you were raised with him, right?
Not raised with him, no. But like when I was really young, I was. But after like 10, 11, 12, things like naturally separated because he was older. He was doing his own thing. So, Michigander, dude. He's far out, but no, it's just the younger brother, man. Essentially in the picture, like I see every day type thing.
All right, so you're the older sibling,
pretty much.
All right, so I guess I would have it from your younger brother's perspective because I can't imagine it being too much different, but it more so depends on the families and their type of environment and how they were raised. Like my sister is very
be careful, Beth is listening.
Like up forward, strong headed kind of type. She doesn't like taking shit, but she won't start shit. So when we were growing up, it wasn't really there was some fighting because we were both stubborn fucking dickheads.
Yeah.
Just getting into fights and shit.
So you were back playing just video games, chilling out for 3 years, doing that sort of thing, right?
We're jumping all over the place here.
Yeah, no, I'm going back to that. So you were before you started working at ShirtCo for 2 years. You were playing video games, doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
for 3 years. What was that time like?
Kind of. It was good at the beginning, but then you start wanting to do things. Like I wouldn't really go anywhere because I didn't want to, and I had no reason to, So I did go out and like hang out with friends and stuff, Like, I kept my social life up,
Mm.
but other than that, it was like I didn't do anything.
You didn't like invest into.
I didn't invest.
Other...
I didn't do shit. I had nothing.
So like hang out with friends,
do...
smoke weed, play video games.
Yeah, it was. I'm basically just a pothead.
Yeah. What was the turning point? What made you want to work over at ShirtCo and work those long hours and do all that? Was it just a light bulb moment? Was it a conversation?
It was kind of a light bulb moment because, I just started to not like being alone.
Mm. Right.
Because, that gets to a point where you start going a little crazy. Just cabin fever shit. And, it's not like I was completely isolated, but still, I had nothing to do. There was always just like, I started getting bored of games, so it's just kind of sitting there, just
you just like played. You just played video games. You weren't really enjoying them, but you were doing it out of habit. Shit. Okay.
And then one day, I was hanging out with Eli and our buddy Joseph after I had went on a trip to California to visit my grandparents and like cousins and stuff.
From Juneau to California?
Yeah.
Okay.
Came back after that. It was like October, September, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Hey, come work at JSC," and I was like, "Yeah, I should get a job." And then I went and got a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been there ever since. Do you regret it, or do you?
Not really.
How do you feel?
I feel pretty nice with my life.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't really have any big ambitions. I don't think I'm ever going to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like I'm against that, I guess.
It's like not having a certain exact plan.
That's just how I am.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really... I'm just going,
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, I have goals, like, get money, get house,
Mm-hmm.
start family at some point, things want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's not like, oh, I don't like this job, so I want another job. It's like, I'll suffer fucking through JSC.
What is JSC to you? Would you say it's a stepping stone? Would you say it's a launch pad?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say it's like a foundation for my actual working experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because, other than that, I haven't really worked. There was one time I did like a summer job, but that, it was kind of good. It was like Parks and Rec. We went around fixing up trails, cleaning up parks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like hard, long hours like it is at JSC. It was fucking 9 to 5, 9 to 4, and then you just go home.
Yeah.
And then you had Sundays and Saturdays off.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But that's just like a basic summer job. Since it was like also through the school I was going through.
So that was before you started working JSC. This was like just the first...
This was like high school.
Okay.
Yeah. But then JSC is like my actual work experience outside of that.
Right.
The education system, and then I would like to stick around for a while because it's actually helping. Before this job, I weighed a lot. I weighed 200 pounds. Now I'm down to fucking 150.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm in like the best physical state I have been in like ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like ever since like freshman high school.
Mm-hmm. You played sport back then?
Nah.
No, you just were like that?
No, I wasn't like that. Only thing I did, the exercise, was gym.
Okay.
But then I've also been getting into exercising now thanks to the job because I understand what the goals are and how not that hard it is to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to like kind of fog your mind a bit.
What do you mean fog your mind?
Like, you gotta be able to just take the shit and the pain of, losing weight, and then just deal with it.
Now, when you say that, do you mean diet, or are you talking about exercise?
It's like diet and exercise. Like, with this job, I stopped eating a lot because I didn't have time to eat. So, and you can't eat a whole bunch during your break, or else you get tired and shit. So I had to eat like balanced breakfast because I also wasn't sleeping well, so that I couldn't make up for all the lack in nutrients and shit. So it's kind of just like fixed my schedule and habits in general.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, today it was there's a coffee place outside of where we're at. It's The Grind, and they have scones there. And big mistake, I bought a second scone on my break,
and then you stuffed yourself.
Ate that, and then I completely died around 3:30.
Yeah, it's the digestion killing you.
It's the digestion. The first one was fine, but it's like alcohol. Not that I would know, but like it's like alcohol. Once you have that second one, it's a little bit different than the first one.
Scone.
Yeah.
Are scones sugary, or are they just bread?
Their scones are like sugary. Yeah, they're
It's been a while since I've had a scone.
Yeah, they're like a bread pastry.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a donut, but they're not. They're more vanilla-y, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah, they're pretty good, but they're solid, man. They're like, you could pelt that at someone, and you might give them a concussion.
That's why they got like a whole bunch of thick desserts there. They got like thick brownies, thick cakes, and I like those.
I gotta stop, man. I gotta stop over The Grind.
You can only get like one food thing from The Grind, or else you fucking it kicks your energy because it takes more to digest.
I had the barrel roll there, which was like bread, meat inside cheese, and it's like it was not.
Yeah, the sandwiches are meh.
Sandwiches are the breakfast burritos. I like the breakfast burritos. They're good. Everything else, I just feel like I could eat there and I could make the excuse that I'm burning it off, but like sooner or later that's gonna kill me. We have a lot of people that like come through the JSC off the cruise ships, and this is one of the things that I gotta be careful with talking about. But like a lot of them are ridden and laden with like fat and disease.
Yeah,
and it kind of makes me feel bad the way that I eat sometimes, and then I see them 40 years older, and that's the way that they are.
That's also that also helps because you see them in the unhealthy state they're in, and then they're just fucking on their mopeds, just
right. What do you think about that?
I think it's just kind of sad because I understand the addiction to food and just wanting to eat, but it's like you shouldn't depend on that, especially if it's going to stop you from even being able to move properly. There's like a point in like fat you can get, which is fine and healthy. Like you can be a bit chubby or bigger, but as long as you're able to move properly. But then,
right.
At that point you also have to exercise if you're going to keep that up.
Right.
Because you can't just fucking eat. That's how you kill yourself faster.
Yeah.
But I guess I think people should try to get help for it, because it's just a waste of their body and being able to move when I don't want to say, but some people can't move or are unable to, and it's like you also should be able and want to move as much as you can while you're alive.
It's debilitating to get to that point.
It like crushes you like both physically and mentally because it just drains your health completely. Yeah,
and I mean both of us know that because I used to be 255. And I'm 6'4". I don't know how tall you are, Zah, but
I'm like 5'7".
5'7", and at 200 pounds, that
was not healthy.
It was not healthy.
I was fucking big.
I'm now at like 210, 215, so I've lost about 40. The difference is crazy, especially in sleep, especially in snoring. Just the quality of your life is so much better when you lose that much. It took me about 8 months going to the gym, lost a lot of this.
Losing the double
started
chin is
seeing
the
my.
best.
It's nice because you see so many people that have it when they go through the cashier line or they go through, and it's
like, I don't even know how I lost the weight for it. I just fucking worked. And it drained away.
You just did it. You didn't think, but it's not that it's like we're not shaming anything because we both understand how that life is.
Yeah, we both understand being fat.
It's it's
not obese or that big, but
but to a point where we could see it,
to where we like realize the unhealthy part.
It's like I'm a bigger dude, man.
I mean, I still eat like shit, but as long as I'm working out and able to keep a fit weight, the body's just healthier in general.
Right. So you gotta show someone.
Oh, I was gonna show you a fucking picture of what I used to look like.
Okay. We have Zah, and then we also got Eli that have had just crazy transformations. You 50, I think he was 60. But it's worth the sacrifice.
Well, he used to be big, and so did I. But he got super skinny.
Yeah. It's worth the sacrifice to go get exercise. By the time I release this, I'll be in Knoxville at this point.
Knoxville.
I better be getting that 6-pack by then. Otherwise, I'm in trouble.
You gotta start doing fucking sit-ups every day. 100 sit-ups.
What's Zah's workout routine?
Work.
Fair enough.
Other than that, during the winter, we started going to the rock dump, the rock climbing gym. That's pretty nice.
I heard about that.
Yeah, we can get there during winter hours. We get off at 4, and the rock dump opens right at 4, so you can get there before anyone else, and you have like a whole hour just to fucking climb up, climb down, fucking basics. And they also have a little gym there. Other than that, during the summer, I mostly just try to do push-ups and sit-ups and squats, but I don't really, because I get too fucking tired after work.
Yeah, no, this is a very tiring job.
Yes,
because you're moving around doing shit. That's crazy. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to go through. But I appreciate it, even though it's gonna be, my days are numbered. I still appreciated it a lot. Oh my Lanta.
It's not good, right?
It's it kind of. I'm looking at just the face gains at this point. What I'm looking at is him with a beanie on, and you actually kind of remind me of what I look like right now. Just like the way that the face shape is with the facial hair, it's like. It's kind of what I got right now. But you were at 2. This is you at 200.
This is me like 190 maybe.
190.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely a big difference. And it was mostly like abdominal.
It was
at that point.
Oh yeah, it's always been mostly abdominal, and my neck and face. That's really the part that gained.
That's nice. So you got a jawline now?
Yeah,
you hit that jawline. Dang.
I have to fucking shave to get
it. Dude.
I know.
You definitely should. This guy could mog. He could actually probably beat Sebastian, which was our last podcast episode participant. He can mog.
You got Sebastian on this? Nice.
Yeah, I did last week at this point. I would have interviewed him, and
he's got a good chin.
He definitely, it was. He has it. It's one of the most popular videos on my channel. Is just him mogging at ShirtCo for 30 seconds.
That's good podcasting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what video games would you play during your time in, like now? What would you say?
Me.
What's that?
I'm showing you one more photo. It's me in middle school.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a looks max if I've ever seen one.
Fucking.
That's not you.
That is me.
What year was that?
That
I need you to
I
imagine.
think that's my eighth grade graduation.
8th grade. So what I just saw is another photo with his dad, and it was him. And I need you to imagine a moderately overweight emo kid back in like 2012, 2013 that would listen to My Chemical Romance religiously. And that is about what I just saw. Would you say that's correct?
That is very accurate.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
That is insane. That is crazy. That is inspirational, man. I almost want to make that the cover of the podcast, but I won't do that.
I refuse.
You refuse.
No one has that picture but me and my dad.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What advice would you give people then? For in this context.
What, to like lose weight?
Yeah.
Oh, it just feels better. You're lighter. You know, you can like fit into clothes cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just I don't know. It's really just the feeling healthier part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. What video games are we talking? Is it different compared to the couple years prior?
Like, do you mean the 3 years or younger?
So, like, what do you
years?
play now?
Now? Oh, what do I play now? Now I'm replaying Fallout 3 and, Metro Exodus.
Okay.
Other than that, before that, well, I was playing, like, Baldur's Gate 3. Minecraft is always an on and off thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I played Terraria recently. But that's all been like the recent years and months, like or year and months. Other than that, before that, I played a lot of World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, yikes!
Yeah,
World of War. Was that you religiously played World of Warcraft?
That was the only game I played.
You
for
were a
those 3
neckbeard?
years. Dude. Yeah, that's what I was. That's why I was that big,
Dude.
I was a pothead neckbeard.
You were a pothead neckbeard playing World of Warcraft. That's so. How does it feel not being an incel anymore?
It feels pretty great.
That's good. I'm glad you got out of the incel phase of life, and now you're touching grass.
Yes,
It's good. No World of Warcraft. You're going to.
I mean, yeah, I know I completely dropped World of Warcraft. That shit is garbage now.
How would you describe World of Warcraft addiction to someone like that is a hardworking man, has a family? How would you describe How would you describe World of Warcraft to people that have not been in that era of things?
I mean, shit, I wasn't even really in that era of things. When it was really popular. Yeah, there was like a cult following.
Yeah.
Like so many people loved it. But by the time I joined, it was like the expansion that started all the stupid shit after it, which was Warlords of Draenor.
Mm-hmm. So what would your schedule be? Like, would you just play it all day?
Oh, yeah.
So what would your schedule be? Like, you'd wake up at what time?
I mean, fuck, sometimes I woke up from anywhere between, like, 5 in the morning, depending on like how I slept, to fucking 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you would just like eat food, play.
Yeah, and then I would wake up, turn on my PC, either sit there and launch up WoW, play that, or when Fallout or any games came out, like Red Dead Redemption, I stopped to play that. But most of the time, it was World of Warcraft when I was playing.
Mm-hmm.
But, let's see. Ask the question again.
No, you're good. No, that's the right way. So, like, you'd be playing for how many hours, would you say, per day?
Well, how many hours? Like, fucking... How long we usually work at the job, like 16 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking... if not 18, depending on, or fucking not even, sometimes full-nighters. Mm-hmm. Just because,
just all-nighters?
Yeah,
sometimes
playing the game. You know, it's like a continuous thing. You can constantly level or gain equipment, and it's like there's fucking competitive rankings of like completing like certain dungeons and raids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best way I would describe it to people that would be in the older generations of ours is.
Oh, do you mean like before?
Like people in there like have kids,
like personal
40,
computers?
No, like as in people that like are in their 30s, 40s, 50s that
Like,
didn't have that availability of
right.
advanced video games.
So like
or,
early 2000s, 1990s.
Yeah, like they could be around playing PlayStation, but PlayStation is way different from World of Warcraft and how addictive its formula is.
I mean, it was. It became more of a nostalgia addiction for old players because that reached a cap of like a couple million back when the game peaked, and then they just kind of float along with it, and then every expansion releases new people come in to try, old people that left come back to play it.
Yeah.
But it's all just really nostalgia now, and for like remembering what World of Warcraft was, which was mostly just like a social meeting spot that was a game. But then that became very competitive because that's just kind of how all games end up. People started becoming more interested in the top raids and selections rather than interaction. So then microtransactions and shit come in with that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But I'm just going into what fucking ruins the game. Anyway, I play fucking like 12, 18 hours a day, and then the addiction is like it's just not wanting to have nothing to do. It's like that.
Not wanting to like be alone with your thoughts.
No, it's more like if you're doing a hobby, like you want to do the hobby.
Right.
Or, if you have a good job, you want to do the job. It's just something to do.
Right. Something to fill the time.
Yeah.
So, I like to think of it as like, how there's achievements in a video game? It's like, those achievements make you feel like you're actually successful in life, even though your logical side of your brain knows that it's just a video game. So it's nice when you level up or you get a new property or you...
It's just the serotonin dump we get.
Yeah. Yeah, like the dopamine.
Yeah, dopamine.
Yeah, it's just like that. It's like we conquer a new land in a video game. It feels awesome because it simulates a long-term achievement. Like it's like the equivalent of taking over a new country or something, like in real life what people used to do, like win battles and get women and stuff like that. Like it's simulated all in a video game, and people get trapped in it, me included, because it makes you feel like you've created something. Minecraft, you build a house, right? And you have this you have a lot achievement. You have stuff,
creative freedom that comes along with being rewarded.
And all you got to do is sit there, and do it instead of going to your job and working, for years in order to get a better position or something like that. It's like people would rather do the thing that takes a day and makes you the big dog instead of the grind that real life is.
Well, it's because just the human brain I think has always wanted to enjoy pleasure. So before computers and shit, they only had jobs or physical things they could do. But now with internet and electricity, people don't need to go out to achieve success. They don't need out. They don't need to interact with anything or anyone to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
They can just play video game, give achievement, make me happy.
What role, like, because you've been working here for 2 years, what role does video games have now in your life that you're now like doing that long-term achievement of, you know, working and making the money and like making the relationships? What does it play in your life now compared to back then?
Oh, well, it's like it's kind of like a game. There's constant goals. It's like you want to earn a certain peak in the money you're saving, so you know you can eventually, I don't know, buy a house someday or buy whatever super expensive shit you ever wanted. Either way, you get the money for what you will or already want. You also kind of want to achieve like your own living situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm moving in with Eli and Ethan as Texas as a roommate sometime at the beginning of next year.
Okay.
That's a big goal. It's an achievement because, you know, first time living on, you know, my own, in quotations.
Yeah. So it feels fulfilling, but it's I mean,
it is fulfilling.
You feel like you have a healthier relationship with like the video game like dynamic.
Oh yeah, it's definitely become a hobby again instead of my life.
Yeah.
It's just it became, you know, video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, fucking back when I was in school, I just hop on the Xbox
Mm-hmm.
after doing homework or hanging out with friends.
Mm-hmm.
You
were an Xbox kid?
I was an Xbox. Oh, I was kind of both. I had...
You were both?
Back when
you had a dual citizenship?
I did. I had a PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4,
did you have
Xbox One.
Did you have the PlayStation 3? Was it the slim one or was it like the fat one?
It was the fat one.
It was a fat one?
I like the fat one.
Dude. That thing, you could do some bicep curls with that thing.
Oh, yeah. That thing was chunky.
That thing was fat.
I also had... No, before that, I had a PlayStation 2
Mm-hmm.
and a Nintendo 64.
You have the slim PlayStation 2?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have an Atari
2600?
remodel.
Remodel?
It from the original.
2600?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a remake.
Like one of the mini ones that has all the preloaded games?
I think, yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It like you could select through a menu, you didn't have to put cartridges in?
Yeah, but I think it's like... But it's still older. It's not like anything from like the 2010s, I believe.
Okay.
Because my grandpa got it for my mom back when she was younger.
Okay. So it was like 90s?
Yeah.
Like Atari Jaguar?
What, 90s? No, not 90s, like 80s maybe?
80s? 5200?
I think.
I'm trying to remember that. I'm trying to think of all the Atari stuff.
I don't really know. I'd have to... I think it's the first one you said.
Yeah, a 2600.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the.
When did that come out?
That one was like maybe late 70s, early 80s.
I think it was that one because
it was like the main hit. Atari really didn't make anything else that was as popular. They started making other consoles into the 80s and 90s, and then they fizzled out during the PlayStation, Xbox kind of era.
Oh,
or
yeah,
Nintendo and PlayStation.
Yeah, when Nintendo started releasing on the GameCube and N64, that just kind of in America.
Yeah, because it was Nintendo, and then it was PlayStation, and then Xbox. Microsoft came through, and now it's that like
now it's just Microsoft.
Primary, secondary, tertiary dynamic.
Microsoft,
and
this is just Sony.
So, Microsoft, Sony, and then Nintendo.
And Nintendo, those giants.
Yeah, and then the Soldier Boy console. We can't forget about that one. Can't forget about the Soldier Boy.
I mean, could that even connect to like cross-platform games? I don't think it could.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Soldier Boy made a. For people that don't know, Soldier Boy made a like a little like gaming system probably 5-6 years ago. And it was like cross-platform. I think it was illegal too. What the thing could do, because it was like cross-platform, but it was his own console, not affiliated with.
Right. So it wasn't affiliated with Microsoft, but it could like.
What is Soldier Boy doing now?
I have no fucking clue.
What is he doing?
I think he's just been off. Is he still making?
I don't know. Can we check?
I'll check with Google.
Jamie, can we pull that up?
Is Soldier Boy still making music?
It just links to his Instagram.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
And his Wikipedia.
There you go. Well, look at his Wikipedia. See, because they have the discography listing on Wikipedia, so we can see if he has anything new on there.
Early life, musical career, other ventures.
Oh, discography, all the way at the bottom.
Oh, discography.
There you go. Let's see what we got.
2022
He
is
has
his most recent one.
His most recent. He has an album from 2022.
Yeah, it's called Big Draco 3.
Big Draco 3.
He's been on tours.
He's been on tours?
Oh no, he's been on one tour back in 2009.
Damn.
America's Most Wanted tour.
America's Most Wanted tour. Cool, man. Yeah,
you know,
I'm glad
that was
Soulja
more
Boy
recent
still.
than I thought.
A little bit, yeah. Like that's not bad for that guy. Like he's still making music and he's still making the royalties from
2 years
Crank
ago.
That. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got to be balling now.
He's probably just living a nice little life now.
Yeah, he's got his 401k set up and he's financially responsible.
You know, yeah.
I hope so.
As long as he's not misspending his money, he's probably just still making. He's probably got like $1 million in his bank at least.
Hopefully he's worth that much. I mean, but then at the same time, there's people that work at ShirtCo that leave with like no money. So
Well,
it could be a toss up.
That's because of lack of or misspending and misuse of their
Alcohol.
money. Yes.
Pot.
Yes.
There's like 8 pot stores here.
I am also one of those people because marijuana is nice and brain melty.
I mean, I understand that, but it's like it's for some people it's an obsession. They get lost in it
Oh yeah.
so much. I mean, we know people off the cuff.
I also got lost in it. Like, it got so bad I was just smoking like fucking resin out the bowl.
You were smoking. You said resin or rosin?
Resin.
Resin.
It was like
Damn.
it's the build up shit that builds up in a bowl. Because
You were smoking that because you had nothing else.
Yeah, I
You
had
to,
no
like,
money. I had nothing
oh my
by
gosh.
myself, so I was just fucking scraping it off my bowl and just fucking.
You were just smoking keef at that point.
It wasn't even. It's not even keep. It's just
You
like tar.
smoking shake. Oh, not even shake. You were just smoking the resin.
It was just the leftover tar.
Dude.
I put keef on top of it sometimes, but yeah, it was bad.
That's not fun.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. So what happened with that? So you were was this during your video game like escapade or was this?
Yeah.
So and then after that, what happened with your weed habits?
I
Like,
mean-
did they reduce the same way as like the food did, or how did it level? Like, where were the levels at?
I mean, this was around when I dropped off of World of Warcraft, and I started getting into pot because I started smoking a shit ton of pot, but then I couldn't get any, and the reserve my dad had would just disappear because I'd smoke all of it, and then I just fucking ripping resin.
So it would be the stuff that like was in the
It's-
bong or something like that
It's
after.
like black tar buildup
Okay.
from like the ash and just the melt of, I guess, the THC.
That's gonna mess with your lungs, man.
Oh yeah, it probably fucked me up a lot. It probably killed my fucking brain cells even.
Ooh.
I was basically just smoking tar.
Yikes! Don't do that.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Don't do that. I'm telling you, don't do that as if like it's gonna stop the past years of trauma to your lungs from smoking ashy weed.
It's just fucking
Collective.
tar.
My goodness. Yeah, I did that. I don't get that. I don't get that whole world. We had Nick on episode 2 a couple weeks ago. That I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not a guy that like understands the pleasure of having smoke in your lungs. It makes no sense to me. Just never doing it. It just doesn't make sense to me. How would you describe that?
I like the smoke filling in my lungs. I don't like the coughing or burning, but
Yeah.
it's just you breathe in and it's just like a cloud of warm, and then if you hold it in, it's nice, and you let it out. Sometimes you don't cough a lot.
Is it kind of like when you drink cold water and it goes down your spine? But it's warmth instead. You know what I'm talking about?
It's like that, but with your lungs.
Okay.
And like your throat, because you're letting it in, and then you're like, those nose drain things. What are they
the
called?
nettle pots.
Yeah, the nettle pots. It's like that, but with smoke in your lungs.
Okay.
But except it doesn't clean you out. It just puts tar in your lungs.
And even more if you smoke the resin.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They fucking just a massive buildup. It doesn't build up too bad. You cough most of it out.
Mm-hmm. That's not. I mean, that's still not great, but I mean, it's a little reassuring to cope with the feelings.
I mean, it doesn't. I don't think it stays there forever. I hope not.
Mm-hmm. I hope not either, man.
It probably does.
We gotta find out. Put you under some anesthetic, and we'll get the answer.
Pop my lungs open. Let me see it.
Go to MayoClinic.com. They'll tell you
Scrape
you're gonna
that shit out.
Yeah, we gotta scrape it out. Otherwise, Mayo Clinic says you're gonna die.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got a headache. Oh, you might have cancer. Yikes.
Damn.
That's how it goes.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
My lungs are covered in resin. No.
Did you also use like the internet a whole bunch to like answer questions and investigate the mysteries of life?
Yes.
That sucks.
That also fucked me up.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of fucking newsletters lie or fucking
Don't even get me started.
They over exaggerate to the point where it's basically lying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it fucking sucks because
it does.
Like there was an asteroid that passed by Earth that also happened during the 3-year thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was the first one. I think there was 2 that passed by recently.
Yeah, there was one in 2012 where they said the world would end or something like that.
That also scared me, but that was like
and that was like 10.
Yeah,
that made no sense to me. But yeah, there were asteroids that passed by, and it was fear porn all across the globe.
Yeah, it was that shit, but it was inaccurate. I fucking had to go to NASA.org and fucking look at what they were saying. They were like, "We're fine. It's not gonna hit us."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh,
we're good."
Yeah, okay. Fucking media being bitches, just fucking wanting to scare people for views.
Right. Yeah. No. It makes you overthink. I'm an overthinker largely because I've been born in the generation where I have a search engine. Think for myself instead of me thinking about what's best for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I ask this girl? It's like, it's stuff like that. Or like, is this person cues to see if someone likes you or whatever, stuff like that. It's like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, that's the example I think of first. Or like, I go on Quora, and there's people that ask like the question like, is this a good amount of money to save as a whatever-year-old? And then you have people that are like answering your questions.
They're just random people.
It's just random people that like have an opinion but aren't necessarily correct.
So it's like assuring somehow.
It's yeah. It's like they're not a financial analyst, but they're gonna give you their opinion regardless of if they're a romantic author in the Walmart aisle, or if they're just some bum working at your local Food Lion. Like, then you're gonna balance out Reddit too.
Yeah.
Reddit, you'll be like, hey, should I work here? Should I do this? What's your opinion? First impressions on this restaurant or movie theater, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then people will be like, absolutely terrible. Never go there. 1 out of 5 stars. And then it's like, you go there, and it's like, there's no sharks swimming around, as you said. Mm-hmm. What's going on here? It's not as bad as I thought it was. So I've just like, since I stopped doing that, I feel like my life is better because I don't have to, like, I just either do things or I don't.
Yeah, because the internet lies. That's all it does.
That's all it does. It's a mad capper.
It just likes fucking with you. And
it does.
The people on it like fucking with you.
They do. And then some of them want to make money off of it.
And they do.
Yeah. Some of them want to make money off of it. You're going to hear a microwave and it's going to go... I'm sorry.
It's not going to fuck with the...
It absolutely will, but we'll continue.
Well, I mean, like, it's not... Never mind.
Yes, it will. But then people make money off of it.
Yeah.
Especially news sources. Like, I just... in the news, as of this recording, Alex Jones had decided to liquidate his assets to pay for the Sandy Hook fines that he got from his trial that happened like a year ago. Mm-hmm. You heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. It was $965 million that he was ordered to pay to the families of Sandy Hook. And his news media, I look at it sometimes because it's the most right of right with its news headlines, as you've talked about.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's an exemplar of of how crazy the internet can get and make people do certain things
and believe stupid shit
and believe some of the most heinous things because people want to be on the cutting edge of what's real. Because right now we're like in the Douglas house, and some people could say maybe I'm asleep because I have no cell phone or like dumb phone. I have a dumb phone here, or I'm just going to work and I'm living my life and enjoying it. Some people might say you're asleep to the things that are happening in this place or that place, or you got to be more informed or do better because these things aren't correct. It's like they want to figure out the secret or the hack of life and what it truly means. But it's like I think a lot of people overlook the point by like spending their money on things that don't exist because they believe people that they're telling the truth. That's why I was talking about Alex Jones, because he sells a bunch of supplements.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where he makes most of his money. Same thing with other news sources. It's like you buy a subscription, you go out and support this person and buy their product, merchandise. It's like...
it's just something to make money off of you.
It is. Even if like it feeds into your insecurities too. Like there's people that will make YouTube videos on how the dating market is bad for men that look a certain way, and then this is true, this is what I've seen, and they'll make like a face rating on like Fiverr or something like that and explain how you can do better, and top 5 reasons why you should never get on Tinder, because it's all appealing towards the people that have $1 million or more, like stuff like that. It's all a vicious cycle into what you believe about yourself that people will manipulate on the internet.
Right.
So it's that's how the internet is. And once I got off of it, I've been touching grass and been going to work and
looking at stuff and learning it yourself.
Right. Yeah. Like looking at encyclopedias, bro.
Yeah. Like, you don't understand something, don't fucking depend on some random dude on the internet.
Yeah.
Some fucking crazy anonymous asshole.
Like don't if you want to try something, then either do it or don't. And if you try it out and you want to then instead of having other people's opinions become your own opinion, then that's not living life. That's just being brainwashed into other people's opinions that they might have got from another person that might have tried it. It's like, yeah, it's a gigantic rabbit hole. After being online for years,
it's just the same loop of people fucking wanting money easily.
Yeah, that's. But we away from that now. We in Alaska,
making the hard-earned, well-spent hours money.
Yeah, and then looking at the mountains and pontificating on life.
Yeah,
and it's much better than buying someone's OnlyFans. I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
Be part of the ShirtCo, not Hustlers University.
Sitting at home, fucking looking at some online person's fucking items that you don't need, but they just are advertising them on their channel, or someone else is, and you just don't need them, but you want them.
But I need the coffee enema if I need to survive.
No, you don't need the coffee.
I do need the coffee enema. Do you want to sell them together? Could we be business partners?
Yes, but you have to give them.
I have to give. Well, I'm not giving them. I'm gonna do the instructions in the inside. Like, I'm not personally gonna go to someone's house and
gonna demonstrate.
I'm not gonna demonstrate. No, I'm not gonna demonstrate. I'm gonna hire someone else to demonstrate it because I'm not doing. No.
How do you think they're gonna trust the product if you don't do it yourself?
I'll get Steve-O to do it because he's done a lot of stuff.
I'm pretty sure Steve-O's done doing that kind of stuff.
No, I think he could if I paid him enough money.
I don't think you can pay Steve-O enough money.
You're correct, but if I tell him, then he's going to do it for free if he thinks it's gnarly enough.
I don't know. If you might be able to do it if you insulted him and then told him you give him $20.
Give him $20 and ask him to sell a really bad product for us to make a bunch of money and then live in Bali. That's living the life.
That's living the life.
Living the life.
Get enough money just to not give a shit.
Yeah. So, to close out, I've asked this question for a lot of people. for everybody that I've talked to on the podcast. If there's anything life-wise that you've experienced, any advice you would give people?
Any advice I would give
Any
people?
advice?
Too much of anything is a bad thing. Too much work is bad. Too little work is bad. Too much sleep is bad. Too little sleep is bad. Too much alcohol is bad. Too little alcohol is bad. Well, for people who want alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. You could include medical stuff to it, but you need alcohol. Also for like cooking and stuff, but
Yeah.
But it's just you need some things a little bit. You need to be mad a little bit sometimes, but you can't be mad all the time and really mad. You just have to control and not let loose all the time. Because that'll just, I think, make you mentally healthier if you pay attention to your own well-being.
Right. Cool, man. Well, Za, thank you for joining me on this podcast.
No problem.
And, yeah, thank you, everybody, for listening. This was a nice podcast. This is a little more of just a laid-back conversation. I usually don't do as many questions. I usually do questions to keep things uniform, but...
We did jump a lot.
We did jump a lot, but I feel like sometimes you need these conversations just in this style. Because sometimes that's just how it goes. And if I asked you questions like I did in similar ways while you were zooted, I feel like you would get paranoid. So we go off the cuff with this one.
I mean, you could have, because I would have gotten paranoid, but I'm always paranoid.
It's all good, man. It's all good. So, cool. Appreciate you. Everybody, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good rest of the day or night. See you next week.